Right here in front of me, I have two projectors from our sponsor Anker that reached out and wanted us to compare their flagship portable projectors, the Nebula Cosmos 4K SE and the Cosmos Laser 4K. And from the start, I'll say that both of these projectors are super compact and portable, but which one should you get? Well, both of them do a fantastic job in all aspects, but there are some differences, and today I'll dive deeper into those and compare everything. Now, Max and Vadim both made videos on these projectors not too long ago, and Nebula is doing their biggest Black Friday deal this year. $300 off the 4K SE and $600 off the Laser 4K. So if you're interested, I'll have the links in the description so you can check them out. So let's talk about the design. They look really similar on the outside. The handles are really nice and convenient to move around from room to room, and the speakers look really cool, and on the front it looks different, but both essentially have the same footprint. But the 4K Laser is slightly heavier, most likely because of the additional speakers that it comes with. The remotes, on the other hand, are very different because they run completely different operating systems. The 4K Laser runs Android TV and it is nice and easy to use, but I personally prefer the Google TV that the 4K SE comes with because it syncs up all of my personal media, preferences, and apps that are downloaded on the operating system. But in terms of connectivity, there is also some differences, like the updated HDMI 2.1 instead of the 2.0 on the 4K Laser, and the 4K SE has two HDMI 2.1, and now one of them supports eARC, which is super convenient because you can now use an Apple TV to control the 4K SE, which is really nice if you have this stationary for a while as your primary TV. Now, getting into the speaker quality, both sound great, but the 4K SE now has 15-watt speakers compared to the 10-watt on the 4K Laser, but the 4K Laser has two tweeters with 5 watts, so I personally like the 4K SE speaker. Now moving on, the 4K SE one-ups the 4K Laser with intelligent environment adaptation with real-time autofocus and auto obstacle avoidance, ambient light adaptation, and color adaptation. So this is a big deal when moving it from room to room, and it adapts to new environments quickly, which is great to have on the 4K SE. There are two more differences we have in terms of the specs and projection technology. So the 4K Laser comes with the latest 3rd generation laser technology, which makes this projector brighter with 2200 ANSI lumens, while the 4K SE uses a hybrid combination of lasers and LEDs, but this does make the brightness a little bit lower at 1800 ANSI lumens. And when comparing them side by side, you can see on the left I have the 4K Laser, and on the right I have the 4K SE. And in this scenario, the overall brightness is higher, and you can see how the camera blows out in the bright sky in the scene, while the 4K SE is dimmer. But here's the interesting part. If we weren't comparing them side by side, I bet you wouldn't even be able to tell a difference in the image quality. So I'm very impressed with both of these projectors on their overall performance and how they look in a room of any size. What's really nice is that the projection goes from 60 inches all the way to a massive 200 inches, which is just nuts. And another cool feature that I appreciate that's on both of these is the eye guard protection that shuts down the projector to prevent kids looking into the projection beam directly to not damage their eyes. And in terms of how loud each projector is, the 4K SE is 2 decibels quieter than the 4K Laser. And lastly, let's talk about Dolby Vision and Dolby Audio. Both of these projectors are obviously 4K, it's in the name, but the SE is the only one that has Dolby Vision, which in this case you can see the high dynamic range and the colors pop really well, and with Nebula Master Engine developed by the Nebula team, you get beautiful colors while looking great. And one note is that what you see on the screen is the closest I could get to show you guys through my camera, but in person it's much better and you don't get any flicker whatsoever. So definitely check out both of these projectors for yourself, and I saw a ton of 5-star reviews on both of these, but my personal favorite is the 4K SE model because it is much more affordable compared to the 4K Laser, and the technology behind it is nice because it takes best of both worlds, laser and LED, and packed into a small package of portable design to take anywhere with you. And again, Nebula is dropping the price for both of these projectors to an all-time low, and this is the greatest time to buy because it's even more affordable than than ever before, so hopefully you enjoyed this short in-depth comparison and learned something new about both of these projectors. Click the link above to subscribe. I'm Ben, and we'll see you in the next video.